to Brewing Success, where growth is the mission, change is the reward, and progress is the goal. I am your host, Andrea Gebhardt. I'm a former educator turned passionate entrepreneur whose desire to create impact has never wavered. I've spent the last decade teaching, mentoring, and coaching people on how to create success in their lives and businesses with proven strategies and systems that not only bring about change, but big results. When it comes down to it, teaching is my specialty, leadership is my jam, and inspiring you to live a bigger, fuller life is what I'm all about. This podcast will give you the knowledge and tools you need to brew success in almost any area of your life. You're going to walk away each week feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to step outside your comfort zone and into the next level of who you're meant to be. Now let's get into today's episode. We are going to take some time today because I need to have a heart-to-heart with you. This heart-to-heart is important to me because I'm afraid that you've been misled. I'm worried that you've been told or taught that it would be simple or that it would be easy. I fear that you have this idea in your mind that success is a point A to point B kind of thing, and that somewhere there is this one-size-fits-all roadmap that will take you where you want to go. I'm concerned that your limited idea of the journey is going to limit your ability to achieve success. So today I'm going to work to change that and make sure you know exactly what the journey is made up of. And as you could guess it, in the series of the ABC of Leadership, we're on letter J for journey. And we can't just say the word journey without instantly thinking of the band and the one song that turns everybody into an instant concert performer at almost any wedding, any bar, any party. Let's just pay homage for just a second. I'm going to work today to help change that and make sure you know exactly what the journey is made up of. You know, it's easy to look at somebody else's success and think, geez, I want what they have. Or, gosh, it would be nice if, or wow, what I would give to be in that position or have that life or have, whatever that looks like. When we see the success, we see those people where they are. What we don't see is what it took for them to get there. What we don't see are the struggles they endured along the way. What we don't see is where they started. We just see them where they are, doing what we want to do, having what we want to have. We often see the end result, but we're rarely given a glimpse of the full journey. And I'm going to say that I think that comes from a place in that person that if I really shared what I went through to get here, people probably would never want to do it. If I shared some of even in my own personal journey, you guys, if I shared some of the things that I've gone through and been through in my journey, it's in education, in my journey in network marketing, in my, journey as a mom, it would probably scare people away because some of the things we go through and a lot of the things that we grow through, they're kind of big and they're kind of scary. And that's not inspiring for some people. For the right people, it definitely inspires you, right? Because, wow, okay, if you encountered that and overcame it and grew because of it, that just tells me that it's possible to do that. So this is why I'm such a big supporter of talking about the humble beginnings, the failures, the struggles, the setbacks. I call those learning points because we never arrive at success. We learn our way there. What I love about that is it deregulates the probability standard. The probability of you being successful is much greater if you're willing to learn your way there. It has nothing to do with who you are, where you came from, how much education you do or don't have. It does, however, have everything to do with your willingness to go after what you want in life, your willingness to put massive effort into action, and your ability to embrace failure along the way. Success is for the willing. And the truth of the matter is that most people want what they aren't willing to work for. We hear it all the time. I want to be fit, but I don't want to go to the gym 5 days a week. I want to be healthy, but I don't like veggies. I want to be financially sound, but I don't want to give up frivolous spending. I want to be successful, but I'm not willing to end my long-term relationship with the same excuses that have held me back my whole life. I could seriously go on forever an example of proving this point. Again, most people want what they aren't willing to work for, but not you. You see, yes, you are different. How do I know? Because you're here, because you're listening in week after week, willing to learn what you need to do and who you need to become to make it happen. You come here to quench your desire for more in your life. In order to do this well, we have to talk about the fact that success is not a one-time event. It is a journey. And there are 3 things that you need to know and understand about the journey. Number 1, the journey doesn't start until you do. It's funny how that works. Like you can't get the car to the store unless you put the key in the ignition and turn it on. Where's your key? In the house? In your purse? In your pocket? In your lap? You've got to take the first step and get the journey started. You have to take action towards what you want to accomplish. And I know this firsthand. I've wanted to start this podcast since 2017. 2017 is when I got this idea. I got inspired. I'm a podcast junkie. I have my select few that I listen to religiously and the ones I check out when my friends send them my way, but I love them. I love learning. I love getting new ideas. I love absorbing new ways of thinking and new ways of doing things. One day, one of the podcast hosts talked about how they arrived at the conclusion of starting their podcast. And it was mostly because they felt they had information based on their experiences in life that would benefit others. And I remember being there in that moment, listening to that, thinking, yeah, so do I. And then it was like, I want to do this. I want to add value to people. I want to be played in a car. I want to be played in the shower, in the airport, on the morning run, poolside. I want to be in people's ears, minds, and hearts. I want to get good stuff out there to good people who want to make their lives better. And you know what happened? I thought about doing it a lot and never took action. And you know what I never had? A podcast. A dream, a goal, and a vision only come to life when you put energy into it. When you take it from your brain and your heart and you bring it into the tangible world. I sat on it again in 2018, questioning my ability to do it, my qualifications, the value. Like I remember thinking, who am I to start a podcast? Why do I think I'm qualified to get on a microphone and help people how to figure out what they need to do and who they need to become to live a better life? What value do I possibly have to offer? Like those thoughts were in my mind and in my brain, and they held me back. No action, 2018. No podcast, 2018. In 2019, I started saying, one day I'm going to have my podcast. Someday I'm going to bring this vision to life. And can I just tell you right now that those 2 words are literally a death sentence for your dreams. Find me a calendar with someday and one day on them, and I will change my mind. I kept saying, when I do it, it's going to be like this, and it's going to sound like that. Then in 2020, with the epic dumpster fire of a year that it was, I was like, I can't. The pandemic, the world, homeschool, craziness, all the uncertainty, blah, blah, blah. Then the excuses started pouring in. When I have a studio, when I can leave my house again, when the world settles down. When I say that, it instantly makes me so disappointed in myself. When the world settles down, you're going to put your life and your life's purpose on pause for the world? Like, who are you? The world will always be crazy, and things have always been uncertain. What? Then 2021 came, and people were like, hey, I thought you said you were going to do a podcast. Then I would say, I should do that on my quote unquote non-existent podcast, right? I get an idea. I should do that on my podcast that doesn't exist yet. When are you going to start your podcast? People would ask. My dreams even came like my dreams were even reflecting like these inner desires. My purpose was crying out, my calling tugging at every aspect of me to just take action and do this already. It's almost like those heffalump scenes in the Winnie the Pooh movies, the psychedelic colors, the dancing elephants, but instead of dancing elephants, there were colorful dancing podcast mics. It was real. It was real bad, okay? But I didn't know where to start. I had no clue. I finally bought a microphone and set it next to my laptop, so I was forced to see it every day. I finally decided to teach myself how to do this. Like I taught myself how to fix my washing machine, how to refinish cabinets, how to change a tire. Then the final straw, December 2021, like just a month ago, seeing my dream come to life for others, watching other people I know launch podcasts. It was like this massive diabolical clock ticking in my ears, my purpose fading in its significance moment after moment, my calling weakening with every passing moment. And I remember getting to this place where I felt up against a wall. Like if I don't do this, I'm going to be underserving. And that's not who you are. And that is not okay. And that is not how you show up in this world. That's it. I have to. The window is closing. It's now or never, and never didn't feel right. So bam, December 23rd, 2021, brought it to life, made it happen. And you guys make it worthwhile. Number 2, the journey is just that, a journey. It's not a point A to point B kind of thing. Just like any other journey, there will be detours, roadblocks, construction zones, back roads, U-turns, lane changes, wrong exits. I'm really famous for that one, by the way. Beautiful sights, exhaustion, confusion, and speed traps. A journey is an adventure for crying out loud. Have you ever been on an adventure? They're fun, unpredictable, thrilling, terrifying, exciting, full of surprises. This is why we say the journey is better than the destination. Sure, we made it to the campground, but the walk through the caves, under the waterfall, in knee-deep mud is where the memories were made. So instead of thinking this journey is going to be smooth sailing, easy peasy kind of thing, I want you to remember it's an adventure. All those roadblocks and setbacks and speed traps and lane changes, they are not there for you to stop and stall and quit on yourself. They're not there to make it more interesting and fun, but they're also there to make sure you're equipped with the necessary lessons needed to go on to the next journey that's going to put you into the next level of your life. See, if we normalize all of these things, instead of breeding quitters, we breed resilience, we breed strength, we breed confidence, and ultimately belief. We get more people who live out their dreams, who fulfill their purpose, who live out their calling. And that, my friends, is when we take humanity to a whole new level. It's an adventure. And number 3, always be prepared for the journey. Now, while we cannot necessarily be prepared for the unexpected, simply expecting the unexpected makes us more prepared. Let me give you an example. If you know you're going to Lake Tahoe, there's a few things you do. You check the weather, you pack snow chains, you take warmer clothing. If you're going to the beach, you check the weather, you take sand toys and pack your swimsuit. If you're going to Target, you check the sales, you grab your reusable bags, and you slap on some lip gloss so your checkout image on that camera doesn't look like a mugshot this time. Does anyone else, by the way, experience an insane sense of pride when you actually look decent and not like an inmate on that thing? Because I know I do. Case in point, before you go anywhere, you make sure you have what you need, you pack appropriately, and you mentally prepare for the journey. So what does this look like in reference to the journey of success? The journey is going to require different things from you at different points. The journey is going to require different thinking along the way. The journey is going to require different skill sets and tool belts all along the way. How do you prepare for that? You work on you and you never stop. You constantly and consistently work on yourself. You work to strengthen your strengths so you can improve your weaknesses. You work to learn new information so new learnings can take you new places. You work to constantly evolve yourself because different levels of you are going to be required all along the way, and you have to be prepared for that. Success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't get to the right moment at the right time and miss out because you're not ready. Your journey, it is here. It is right now. Knowing this information that I've shared with you today should make you more confident. Knowing this should make you more excited. Knowing this should get your tush in gear and on your merry little way, because now you get it. You understand that it's not going to be easy. You know that it's not going to be simple. You know that you're going to go through and grow through this journey, and you're excited about what you can achieve on the other side of it. And not just excited about what you can achieve, but even more excited about who you become in the process. Gosh dang, you guys, I'm like fired up right now and so incredibly inspired about what is in front of every single one of us, any impact it could bring to those around us. But before I send you off, there is something else I need to share with you. Something really important, something that often completely derails people, stalls progress, and ultimately ends up in massive failure. And it is this. I need you to know that your journey is your journey. It will not look like anyone else's. It will come with its own set of roadblocks and detours and lane changes and speed traps and construction zones. So don't compare your journey to the person next to you or the person doing what you want to do. Recognize and realize that our journeys are predestined. They're an individualized, prepackaged adventure, specifically designed to help us grow into who we are meant to be so we can do what we are meant to do, so that we can bring to the world the unique and special thing that was given as a gift to us before we were ever even a conscious thought. There's no sense in comparing, no sense in trying to be on someone else's journey, no sense in wondering when your time will come, when you will get there, none of that. It is your own yellow brick road to the Emerald City. I will say, however, that the time you spend on your journey is completely up to you. Whining, complaining, pouting, numbing out, retreating, blaming, well, that just stalls you and makes the whole thing take like forever because you're practically being a goldfish rearing toddler who rejects naps and disrupting the process. Adjusting, reflecting, redirecting, adapting, embracing, appreciating, trusting, releasing, doing. Those are the things that get you there faster. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how fast you dust yourself off and get back up. At the end of the day, here is what we know. The journey will never get easier or be easy in general. You just get better at overcoming the challenging aspects along the way. Your journey is going to feed you, bleed you, but it will never exceed you. So set your cruise control to growth mode, and I promise you, everything will work out just as it is supposed to. No matter where you are in life at this moment, no matter what is happening in your life in this moment, or what has happened in your life, I need one thing from you today, and well, maybe always. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing in yourself, in your dreams, in your passions, in your purpose, in the people around you. Belief is to the journey what water is to plants. It's required for growth. You guys, thank you for joining me on this episode. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you, and I am honored to be a part of your journey. You can and you will do this. And after today's episode, I hope you embark on the journey with more confidence and belief in yourself than ever before. Before you go, do me a huge favor. Leave a review. Let me know what's impacting you. Tell me what you're learning and how it's showing up in your day-to-day. Share this episode with friends. Post it in your story. Let's work together to help spread the word and brew a little success everywhere we go.